Tempers flaring in the west. For so long a bastion of low energy prices, Western Australia is grappling with an unusual problem. It's running short of gas.
We're certainly in an upward trend when it comes to prices. So only a few years ago we had more gas available in the market than we knew what to do with.
The boss of energy retailer Alinta says while his business is relatively protected, the high gas price will be hurting some.
It's getting up there in terms of WA gas pricing.
From as little as $2 a gigajoule in 2020, domestic gas prices in WA have soared in recent times, trading higher than $11 a gigajoule. At the same time, gas storage levels in the state are plummeting as buyers run down stockpiles bought during cheaper times.
That's a factor of availability of gas if you're seeing a depletion of gas storage.
The high prices are now generating political heat. The State Parliamentary Committee is investigating whether WA's domestic gas reservation policy, which sets aside 15% of a project's reserves for the local market, is serving its purpose. As part of the inquiry, some of the biggest corporate names in Australia have been trading barbs. In its submission, conglomerate Wesfarmers has taken the extraordinary step of singling out gas giant Woodside, saying its Pluto project in the state's northwest is supplying just a fraction of its obligations. The boss of Australian energy producers insists suppliers are meeting their commitments.
Gas producers are prioritising domestic supply, and that 15% domestic supply obligation is indeed over the life of those producing projects.
While the breakout in prices might be a headache for buyers, it's a boon for producers. Stuart Nichols is the chief executive of junior WA gas company Strike Energy, which has begun production at a field about 2 hours north of Perth. He says the market has come full circle.
Certainly when I made that first discovery in 2019 and full of beans went over to the East Coast to go and tell all the fund managers over there about the success that we'd had in the Perth Basin, the initial response I generally got was, "You found gas in Western Australia, who cares?"
Now investors are far more interested in what Strike and other producers have to say about gas supplies in WA. Stuart Nichols thinks prices will stay high, given rising demand from clean tech industries.
The market has moved significantly where we're getting prices for short-term supply of gas in Western Australia that sort of is starting to look a lot more like the East Coast.
WA Premier Roger Cook has put producers, including Woodside, on notice.
I believe that they are committed to, like the government, to making sure that Western Australians have the appropriate supply of gas, as is our right as the owners of those gas reserves.
For Alinta boss Jeff Dimry, pressure on WA's gas prices is unlikely to ease anytime soon.
Really what this is saying now is it's time to go again. It's time for more investment in upstream gas to bring that to market. We know how important a role gas has to play as we transition to renewables as a firming fuel, and I think demand is not necessarily going to abate for the next few decades.
Consumers should brace for the fallout.